I am joined by the Boston boy himself, Tommy Toy Travels. I went up there, really built it up. You all right?
Went up.
Yeah, I did good.
You went up.
I did good.
Elevator. How are you, Daze?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I'm good. I was just saying to Tommy, if I am joined, there's not loads. Boston boy himself. Is that you? Tommy Toy Travels. Why can I hear me? Is that coming through you? There, really built it up. You all right?
Went up.
Yeah, I can hear me. I did good.
Elevator.
Okay, that just threw me off. I was just here and I was like, is that coming through your end or is that coming through my... I could hear myself talking.
Okay.
But for some reason, I've got the live stream on as well. So I've never done that before. Let me put that down. Okay. That was crazy. I completely got all kinds of confused there. I've got my own voice shouting at me in my ear. And that is pretty trippy, let me tell you. So yeah, I was just saying to Tommy, there is not much news that I've got loads of commentary to say on, but you were saying that you want to get your teeth into the WWE UFC merger.
Huge. Yeah. What are your thoughts? Did you see Vince?
I only saw a still image of them all standing in the stock market, ringing that bell.
The stock market.
The stock market. How many people does it take to ring a bell? Jesus, there's loads.
Well, have you ever seen like a ribbon cutting ceremony too?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Like it takes one person, but everyone has to be there.
And it takes really big scissors.
You just need a little snip.
Just little, do you know what I mean?
Like imagine you were getting a vasectomy and there were like 7 people there with like all holding those big holes.
It's at that point you would be seriously reconsidering, wouldn't you? I would. I saw that he was at the stock market and he was helping to ring the bell. I don't know. I ain't got much to say on it, to be honest. I just think that this is going to be more of the same. But I think what we are going to be looking at is different ways of bringing the two companies together. I certainly don't expect a mixed show. I don't think anyone's really expecting that. But I think we could look at, say, going to Boston and doing the Saturday as UFC and then the Sunday as WWE in the same venue, say the TD Gardens. So you do this big UFC WWE weekend, like TKO is their name, isn't it? TKO, I believe, is what it's on the stock market as. Endeavor, all that stuff, right? They just take over Boston for a weekend. And you get like this big UFC show on the one day, WWE on the other day, loads of events in the local area, UFC fighters in the crowd for WWE, of course. WWE fighters in the crowd for UFC, of course. I can see that sort of stuff. But actually, what is it going to change on the show week by week? I don't think much. But then I could be in the minority. I could be Minority Report. What are your thoughts?
I think that this is huge. I think this is a game changer. As someone that never watched UFC before, if they start doing storylines, if they start doing fake wrestling, that'd bring me to that product. But if WWE starts doing shoot fighting and no storylines, I'm out.
Yeah, they just don't. There is crossover. I sort of feel like
your channel.
Well, my channel. I mean, in many ways, my channel should be at the heart of this. I agree.
You should have been the one front and center.
I should have been ringing the bell. I should have been ringing the bell with a giant pair of scissors, just clanking.
When I get my vasectomy, I'll make a request that you're at the front of the line with the scissors.
I think if you're young, I think you get into WWE. I think if you're a bit older, I think you get into UFC. I think that they serve slightly different markets, but if, like me and many people watching, you got into wrestling when you was young, you do tend to stick with it. There are definitely people that leave. There are definitely people that watch it and go, yeah, that was fun. And then, oh my God, look at that. That's a girl. And then off they go exploring that world. But for those of us that are intimidated by women, we tend to stay with WWE. And as a result, then we, UFC might catch our eye and then we kind of balance and juggle both of them. So I think that they do serve different audiences, but certainly with a crossover as well. But how that's going to actually show itself going forwards is really anyone's guess. Really anyone's guess. What did you think? I want to talk to you about Nia Jax, man. What do you think?
We got to talk about SmackDown in Boston, though. Were you there?
Yep.
How was it?
It was really good. Yeah, really good. Really good. I really like Boston. It's got good air.
No, it actually doesn't.
I thought that when I was there. Bad air. Bad air. I said.
Yeah, and you said that Angelo Dawkins or whatever said that Dyson Waller, whatever his name is, said the beaches are bad.
Yeah. Dyson Waller.
We barely have beaches here. I don't know what he was smoking.
Well, you have a beach. He showed.
Let me pull up the video. What was his name?
His name is Dyson. Grayson Waller. It's on our Twitter account. I retweeted it because he.
What's our Twitter?
Our Twitter is Wrestling Escape Pods.
No, it's Wrestling E-Pod.
E-Pods. Yeah, because we are fans of E.
Yeah.
We did name it after her.
Oh, Boston Sucks. That's his video?
Yeah, Boston's. That's the one. Yeah.
Okay.
I liked it with every account I could get my hands on. And so he's on a beach. Do you recognize that beach? Have you been on that beach? You must have. You're from Boston.
That's not Boston.
It's Boston. He was in Boston. He was at Smackdown. Don't even know where you live.
Yeah, that's not a Boston beach.
That's Boston Beach. He's on Boston. It's called Boston Beach.
Did you Google it?
Yeah. Googled it.
He has a good looking body though.
Okay. Not my takeaway from the video, but
let me see. Boston Beach.
That is Boston Beach, and it's
in Jamaica.
Huh?
Did you Google Boston Beach? It's in Jamaica. Google it right now.
Don't want to. No, okay. That's not the same beach. He was at the one but you know where you threw the tea in the water? He went there.
That was a river. We threw that into a river.
Well, joke's on you then, isn't it? Because it's going to stick
around.
I
got a list. 10 best beaches near Boston.
Oh, in Boston? This was in Boston. This is Boston Beach and not the Jamaica one.
Boston Beach is in Jamaica, though.
Yeah, no, but it's not that one.
Brian is even in the chat saying Boston Beach is in Jamaica.
Yeah, a lot of people are confirming that Boston Beach is in Jamaica, but this isn't Boston Beach. This is the beach in Boston, and that ain't in Jamaica.
Okay, so we have Castle Island, which is really cool.
Castle on it.
Yeah,
makes sense.
But then everything else is like far away. There's a beach in Dorchester. What's Dorchester Beach?
In many ways, I would say the UK is Castle Island.
You do have castles there, right?
Mate, they're everywhere.
Do you have a suit of armor?
Me personally.
Okay, so we have a beach called Savin Hill and Malibu Beach.
Oh right, yeah, it's garbage.
Like they're trying to confuse people and say, "Oh, I went to Malibu."
Are you upset with Grayson Waller that is exposed where you live, even though last week we said that it was the second best place in America?
Yeah, I'm upset, as you can tell. I'm bothered.
You are. You've gone very defensive.
Savin Hill Beach is a public beach in Boston.
It's going to be rubbish. Look, Grayson Waller, you've been exposed.
It probably is.
Personally. Hey, did you go to SmackDown?
No. What was that, Friday?
Yeah. Was you tempted to go? It wasn't a very good show.
I wasn't tempted because no John Cena. And I think that's what everyone in Boston said.
Yeah. Hey, he's from Boston.
He's from Boston area, yeah.
You know have you seen his house?
Like his dad's house?
Yeah, do you know where he was born and where he came from?
Yeah, he came from like Newbury Street.
Newbury Street. Do you know where Newbury is?
Yeah.
Have you been there?
I've drove through it.
And did you think to yourself, "Oh my God, this is where John Cena's come from"? Yeah, I would think that. Did you look at shops and go, "I bet John Cena's been there"? I would do that.
I've met his dad.
You've met his dad?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah. His dad goes to WWE events. He was front row for AEW. He goes around.
Yeah, but how did you meet him?
Oh, I was at a WWE house show. and he was just like walking around. So I went up to him and I got a picture.
I wouldn't know what he looked like. Does he look like John?
No.
Oh.
Google John Cena Sr. if you want to know.
John Cena Senior.
Yeah, John Cena's a junior.
John Cena Senior. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I see what he looks like. Let me get a picture of John Cena's dad. Apparently, now he was in wrestling, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was the manager.
And isn't he quite the character?
He's quite the character. He's really funny.
Yeah, I've heard that they went round to do some filming with him, and they just wanted something really, really simple. And apparently,
he went all out.
It took hours and hours and hours because he was just like, "This is my time to shine," and he just proper went ham on it. And God love him, God love him, John Cena Senior. I've got a picture of him for those that want to know what he looks like. He looks like, there you go. He looks like that. It's an image up on screen. That's what John Cena's going to look like when he's older.
So I know you want to talk about Nia Jax. I know we want to talk about CM Punk. I know we want to talk about LA Knight.
Yeah, well, we got to talk about LA Knight because you requested it.
Yeah, I did.
So do you want to do LA Knight because that's your thing, and then we'll talk about Nia Jax because that's my thing?
Yeah. So what questions do you ask in the video? That's what we got to figure out. You always say, like, we discussed this thing.
Yeah, but one of them was about LA. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Contract issues. Okay, so the issue here is apparently LA Knight wants X amount of money or special treatment, and WWE wants something else. So, in your history of watching, which is probably longer than me, probably longer than Miguel Ortiz, do you think they're going to make it happen, or do you think he's going to be Impact bound?
No, I think it will happen. I think it will happen, but I think there'll have to be some sort of compromise. I think LA Knight would be wise to stand his ground, though, because LA Knight has got himself in a position where he's getting some of the biggest reactions. He's one of their top merch sellers. He knows that, and he wants to, I think, be paid accordingly. And WWE, so LA Knight is seeing it as, I've arrived. It's my time to shine. This is my one shot at getting a big contract, which you can understand. I think WWE are looking at it as this guy might be a flash in the pan. Like, it's been very intense. It's been very quick as to, how he's got to the point where he's got to. If you think about, the Ringmaster and Stone Cold and, the build we had to go through that, or you think about all the years of Daniel Bryan before we got to WrestleMania 30, we haven't had any of that with LA Knight. LA Knight was Max Dupree, granted. So we went through that period, but it was a very short period. And then he becomes LA Knight, gets into that feud with Bray, and his own words were, March is when I noticed something really change. So, I mean, he hit the main roster around about probably September time. By March, he's getting these sorts of reactions, or these sorts of reactions are beginning. That really ain't a long period of time for him to get the reactions that he's getting. And it's something that we've spoke about on the channel, because trying to understand where this has come from and how this has happened, I think is one of the most interesting things of the year. I think that genuinely is one of the most interesting. If you want to take some and analyze it, you can analyze what Triple H's booking is like compared to Vince. You can analyze how have the pay-per-views been stronger this year than previous years, what's made them so good. You can analyze what has made the Bloodline story so successful. There's lots of things you can analyze. I think one of the most interesting things to analyze from 2023 is the rise of LA Knight, and really trying to understand how that came about and why that happens could help other superstars get over and become megastars as well. So WWE, I think, are looking at it as, how stable is this? How much can we get out of this? We feel like this is quite fortunate that this has happened for us, because we certainly didn't do anything about it. And so they're looking at it going, yeah, he deserves a good contract, but we ain't giving him Brock money. We ain't giving him Roman money. We don't see that from him. We don't know if this is going to be that sustainable. We don't know when this runs out of steam. Because we know that people can get bored. I mean, look at Sammy. People still love Sammy, but he ain't getting the reactions he was getting back in February. And the same could happen with LA Knight as well. If, like, he starts kind of getting a bit mistreated, if you will, again. But I think that he's right to stand his grounds. I think that WWE will give him an offer which he might just step down to and accept, or they may get to wherever he is. But it really depends what he's asking for and just how wide it is. I mean, if they're stupid demands, they just might not get there. They just might not get there if they are stupid, crazy demands. But I think LA Knight is smart enough to know what he's doing, where he'll push it to the point where I can't get it. I need to accept what they're giving me. He won't want to go back to Impact, not after this. Not after the reactions he's getting and the exposure he's getting. Like, just walking away, taking your ball and going to Impact after all of this. Why would you do that? So this is why I'm saying, like, if WWE are going to play hardball and they're going to be like, no, this is the final offer. We are at take it or leave it stage. I think LA Knight would be wise to take it at that point. But I think he's right to stand his ground at the moment.
I think you're wrong.
I'm on all of it.
He's what, 40?
Yeah.
I'm not 40. I've never known what it's like to be 40, but I'm assuming that when you hit your 40s, things aren't easy. So to invest X amount of money in someone who honestly flourished more in Impact Wrestling the 5 minutes he was there, I think it makes more sense for them to hold back and, maybe release him. Like they release Braun. They release a lot of people at the top of their game. And LA Knight, yeah, he's making people say yeah, but his match with The Miz was mid. His match with Bray Wyatt was mid. And we haven't had a moment where it's like he's really like Stone Cold. He's really like The Rock. He, I think, could do with having some more time to develop those 5-star matches, because when it comes down to the end of the road, it's really about Dave Meltzer's thoughts and what Reddit thinks of wrestling, rather than what, I don't know, Edward Brown in Europe thinks about wrestling and wants to see every week on TV. Because LA Knight is just a flash in the pan. He's the latest thing. As you said, Sami Zayn was the last one. Cody was the one before that. And it's always like secular. They're going to get some new toy to play with, and then it's going to be someone new and someone new. So I think if TKO is smart, they will just say, okay, we're not playing ball. Go back to NXT or GCW or whatever indie playground you wrestle in.
I would agree with you, but there's 3 letters that just make me disagree. And I just think that if he did end up going there, that could be quite useful for them. And I think that WWE know that fact. So because of that, if AEW weren't around and it was a case that he, like, what other option have you got, mate? It's take it or leave it. And if you want to leave it, it's no skin off our nose, because we've got Cody and we've got, Roman and blah, 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 blah. But the problem that WWE have got is that if they play that game and he does walk and he goes to AEW, he's one of the most over stars in all of wrestling at the moment, and you just don't know what boost that might give to them. Certainly at a time where they're really struggling, having lost CM Punk, and then Bryan Danielson's come out and said, I'm off in a year. So for them to then pick up LA Knight, you are gifting them someone that has got a connection with the fans at the moment. As you say,
I don't think they would.
You don't think they would pick up LA Knight?
They didn't pick up Bray.
Yeah, well, interesting point. I think they would. I think they would pick up LA Knight. I honestly don't know the reasons as to why they didn't pick up Bray. But you do make an excellent point there. They didn't pick up Bray. I wonder if it was the fact that Bray was a bit distracted because he went off and did a film, didn't he? So I don't know if he was maybe thinking, I'm going to do this film project first. And then he also had some losses that he was dealing with. And there was a few issues. But timeline-wise, I honestly would think that there would have been a window where AEW could have picked him up. So it is an excellent point you make that they didn't get Bray. I think, though, that right now AEW are really struggling for names that have got some degree of star power. And I think that the only reason I could see them not getting LA Knight if LA Knight was released would be money. If LA Knight wants some mental amount of money and Tony Khan's like, I can't justify that. I really can't justify that. Then I don't think it would happen. But because they don't have Punk, because they're about to lose Danielson in 12 months, because if Mercedes comes in, she's only going to work a limited schedule, is what's been reported. I think LA Knight, Edge, those kinds of names that are on the active WWE roster, I think that would be of interest to AEW. But you go back to what you said about Bray, it was an excellent point. That would have been in the exact same bracket as well, and they didn't get him. I'd love to know why.
I do want to say that. Yeah, same. And I do want to say that a lot of what I said was tongue in cheek until I kept going, and I convinced myself, yeah, you're making some really good points here.
No, I think it's been an excellent conversation. I think it's been a really good conversation. I actually think it's been one of the strongest wrestling conversations we've ever had on the pod.
We killed it. We did it.
What a title! This is. We need to put some sort of marker next to this episode so we can recommend it for like wrestling fans.
Yeah, so they know that we know what we're talking about.
Oh yeah. We know what we're on about. Yeah. Can we talk about Nia Jax?
What do you want to say?
I want to know your feelings on it because she obviously was around when you was doing all your channel stuff, and guessing that you got her figures and you will have watched her compete in the past. And she's come back at a time where I think they need some experience. If you look at I keep making this point on different videos, but if you look at SmackDown, they've got Bianca, they've got Asuka, they've got Charlotte, they've got Bayley. Io came up, she's gone over there as well. You look over on Raw, and we are not drowning in big names. We've got Rhea, we've got Becky, we've just had Trish around for a little while, but that's obviously not long term. And so Nia coming back, I think, should be in that sort of conversation as being one of those top female names. Does she botch? Yes. Does she botch because of her style, which is brawling and she's big and she's strong? Yes. Is it a problem? I don't think so. I think if you're a fan of wrestling and you're going to go on Twitter and you're going to moan and complain, cry about wrestlers getting hurt in matches, right? And like, what a crybaby. You might as well just come out and say you're like one of the biggest crybabies on the internet, because I've seen so many people going, reminder, Nia Jax is the one that did this to Kairi Sane. It's like, oh my God, are you 5? This is professional wrestling. Like, people get hurt. Injuries are a thing. This is not ballet. Every wrestler will tell you that. Yes, she needs to work on being a little more safe. But if you're going to step in the ring with someone the size of Nia, that's got the strength of Nia, the power of Nia, I kind of feel like you've got to expect it's going to be, a rough day at the office, unless you can stand your ground, But I like that. I want to watch the big, powerful wrestlers competing, battling to be the best. Like, that's a style that I enjoy. Hoss fights, female Hoss fights. That's what we've got. Piper Niven versus Nia Jax. I'm definitely here for that. Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax. Raquel Rodriguez versus Nia Jax. you know, like Nia Jax versus Candice LeRae. I don't need that fight. I don't need to see that. Nia Jax against Kairi Sane. I don't need that fight. Like seeing Nia against these smaller women, like, unless it's just going to be against the jobber and it's going to be a squash, I don't need to see it. I am way more excited for putting these big, strong women in against it. Could you imagine if we had China still around and we did like Nia Jax against China? Like, how much fun that could be. So I sort of feel like I'm on board with it. I'm quite looking forward to seeing how Triple H is going to use her. But I'm not an idiot. This could also be a disaster. Triple H could also not use her correctly. She could also just be mid like she was last time. But I really feel like if I had the responsibility of booking Nia Jax, I really think I could do a good job of it. And if I feel that way, I'm pretty sure Triple H should be feeling that way as well. What are your thoughts?
You said a lot of words there. I think you're overthinking Nia Jax.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Like, I don't care. Okay. I recognize that WWE has a better women's department than AEW. I recognize that Stardom is better than most wrestling on the planet.
You watch a lot of Stardom.
I used to.
I've never really dabbled in it, to be honest.
If they had an Android app, oh,
you'd be on it. Okay. So Nia coming back is just not really on your radar.
No, like I saw it, obviously. I saw the articles. Duh. Like, yeah. And like it was shocking, but not as shocking as Jey Uso coming back.
Fair play. That shocked you more.
That shocked me when Cody Rhodes, who lost the WWE Championship opportunity because he got turned on by the Uso twins.
Turned on.
And Sikoa.
That's why he lost the opportunity, because he got sexually turned on.
He got turned on.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
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 And so Jim Gore says Impact has booked has the best booked women's division out of WWE, AEW, and Impact, which yeah. And I think Nia is actually going to wrestle. So it's going to be interesting if they're like trying to, like, I have seen a lot of people on Reddit going crying, you know, these internet crybabies.
I love it, man. I just get the popcorn and I'm just
like, it's you with Nia Jax. It's you with what's her name? The redhead. Eva Marie. And I just can't wait. Oh my gosh. Do you ever have this thing happen where like YouTube's like verify it's you and you have to sign in again?
At that.
It keeps doing this to me. I'm me.
You probably haven't been dealing with this, but I have been getting a few more notifications in regards to copyright claims. And
was it because you shared the audio?
No, it's no, definitely no. It's not on streams. But I think that there is an increase because of this takeover. It's going to be very interesting to see how Endeavor are going to deal with their footage being used on different platforms. You know, there's a lot of like footage that's used in reaction videos and stuff like that on TikTok and on Twitter or X. There's a lot of footage. X gonna give it to you. There's lots of footage which I use in the recap videos. So
I saw.
Yeah, I've started to do that because it does look better. And it is actually easier than trying to get the still images and, like, first of all, getting still images that are HD and then, like, add in the movement so that they move and everything. It's so much easier to just get the footage. So much easier. But the problem you've got is you are always dicing with a copyright claim. You are always dicing around with WWE going, yeah, nah, you can't do that. And so that's why it's a bit problematic. And I have been getting a couple of claims on those videos. So yeah, it's going to be a bit tricky. It's going to be a bit bumpy. Don't know what the right way forward is.
Breaking news. William Hensey got a Subway sandwich for dinner, spicy Italian.
Thank you for that update. Appreciate it.
Served on freshly baked bread and toasted to perfection, the spicy Italian sandwich features spicy pepperoni, salami, and cheese.
Hey, you had something you wanted to throw in my direction as well whilst we're still on conversation mode.
Yeah.
Your fiance
What
had umbrage with me.
Oh yeah, I forgot why.
It's the fingernail thing.
Yeah, but I forgot why. I forgot.
That was the hook for this week, you know.
No, this was the hook.
Oh, I forgot about that.
So this is stash page. Oh, while I open this, can you go to Instagram and Instagram.com/HOCO and go to their latest post?
Instagram.com what?
HOCO.
HOCO.
Yeah.
What the hell's HOCO?
I'm honestly not sure.
And
you see how they're legit, right?
This looks like my thing.
Did you go to the latest post?
It's just a picture. New York City, Berlin.
Did you hit the next? Because there were two. There's a video.
Oh no, I didn't. Oh, is that E?
E is famous.
Oh my god! Hang on, let's get this up on screen. Hey, I don't know who HOCO are.
No one does. Well, they're legit.
They look cool. Oh, okay, right. Here is. Okay, so HOCO. Let me go back so that people can see what I've seen. Getting a bit I don't know, man. I don't want to get. Could have done a better boarding, but pretty fun.
Yeah, they say a lot of no words.
I've definitely getting a bit of yeahs vibe from this. Little bit of strokes, little bit of definitely strokes actually. Definitely strokes, little bit of oh god, she loves it. I can't hear it, but I am definitely interested. But what we were interested in is this. What can we get?
That shit was so good. So good. Going in blind, I love it. We need to go, got the merch. We got it, man. We are so bad. I love HOCO. That shit was so good. So good. Going in blind, I love it.
Did she say don't get blind? She just said, I love HOCO so much. Don't get blind. I love it. I mean, it is a very good message. It's a great message. Don't get blind.
I think she did say don't get blind.
I think she said don't get blind as well. Don't get blind. I love it. I love it. What a message.
Wow. E out here.
E out here going.
Warning everyone.
Yeah.
I have no idea how, why they were featured, but that's E.
That is
famous.
Famous.
HOCO.
Going to New York City, having a big trip to the big city. That's pretty cool, actually. That's pretty cool. Going to New York and seeing a band on a night out, that's just
the best, right?
That is cool. I want to do that. I want to say I do that. I mean, my local place is Telford. Do you know what I mean? It ain't the same. We ain't got HOCO. We got hobos, but we ain't got HOCO. So yeah, that is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. And then she made it onto their flipping Instagram. I want to hear what their music sounds like, but I don't want to get copyright struck.
So remember that.
Oh my god!
Is it good?
Don't get blind. 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 Keep your eyes. I'm really embarrassed. I love you. Oh, that... What a time to be alive, man. Do you know what? Pretty rubbish. Pretty rubbish, but it's very uplifting. I feel uplifted. I feel knackered as well. Oh, it's a bit nice, you know.
You're gonna be so dead now because you listen to HOCO. No NXT.
How do you do it? It's not. I thought there was going to be like loads of bad language and all that kind of stuff. It's really like they do strike me as a band that would say "Don't get blind."
So, to bring it back to wrestling, I spent about $70 on a blind box. Pages.
I've got no cardio.
And remember last time I did this, and you said everything I got wasn't worth $70, and I wasted my money.
Yeah.
So we're doing it again.
I feel that way now.
So this is the first thing in the blind box.
Pro Wrestling UWF. UWF. UWF.
Thoughts?
Is that the original UWF?
Thoughts?
No.
No, so it's thrown in the garbage.
Garbage. It's garbage. A reaction. What is it? Oh. Hayabusa. That is quite good, actually. I don't mind that.
Okay, that one's saved.
Saved. I am so knackered.
Oh, then there's a picture, a sticker.
Kevin Nash and Jesus. That's it. Kevin Nash and Jesus. That's that is why did they send that?
I don't know.
It's iconic. Mr. Danger. Nice little patch.
Oh, there's so much more. What the heck?
Yeah, I mean it's worth it for the sticker. How much is it? $70. Ooh.
Okay, so we're trying to get a value of.
Anyone else got HOCO? Anyone else hearing HOCO? I'm still hearing HOCO. How do you do it? Oh, Steve, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Steve Blackman's cool. Attitude Era type shirt. That's nice. Oh, very good. What was the cat called?
Hiromu?
No, that's Takahashi. Oh, was the cat called Hiromu?
No, let me see.
I had that as the channel's profile picture for Daryl. That's it. Does he still have Daryl?
I don't think so.
It's a shame. He's fell off since then.
He's
fell off since Daryl left.
Oh my god, that's another sticker.
New Japan for those. Sticker. Oh, a bumper sticker. Let's go. Oh, sick! Sick! Yeah! 1993, the best year. Not really, but the Lex Express.
So this is a keeper.
I bet the Lex Express came to Boston. Oh, he definitely would have come to Boston, wouldn't it? The Lex Express. You could have gone. Could have seen the Lex Express. Oh.
Another shirt.
Oh, yeah. Boom. Patiently waiting.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah. You are just joining us. We're just waiting for you to expose Steve Blackman. This one is, oh my Jesus Christ, it's well worth it! Yeah! Come on! Come on! We're winning!
Yeah.
You know what? Oh, good. Oh, my God. Oh, do you know what? I found my new favourite song, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, I just love going to it when it's like one of them moments.
Everyone's saying they can't hear me.
I did turn your sound down for the whole episode.
Really?
No, I'm joking. Oh my God. Don't know why I did it. Let me look at that show. I'm not going to press the thing.
The shirt again?
Look at that boy. Oh God, I'm actually crying. So beautiful. Amazing. How much is that on its own, please?
The shirts are probably like $25 or $30.
Oh God. I mean, you if you wear it, you will look like a massive perv.
Oh yeah.
A massive perv. But you are, so.
Yeah, coming.
Oh, what we and so you've got her, Marlena, and then that sticker right there as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll be dancing away to HOCO.
Yeah.
Oh man, let's go.
With my Express.
Lex Express. Was that everything? Was that?
Yeah, that's everything. There was something to say bonus shirt, hat coming separately. I don't know what that means.
Okay. Well, my feelings are $70. It's still tricky. What I'm thinking is $30 for the Marlena shirt. Boom. Bargain. Thank you. $30 for Steve Blackman. Boom. Thank you. Lex Express sticker. What's that? $5? $2? You know, you'll get that from Five Below easy. Do you have Five Below?
They're not selling Lex Express stickers.
Have you been?
Yeah,
Have you been? You don't know what they're selling in 2023.
I don't actually.
So I don't think they'll be selling those, but you know, let's be generous. Let's say $5. That takes us to what, $65? Mm-hmm. What else are we getting?
Well, there is
yeah, but he doesn't even got Daryl anymore.
So what's that? $1?
Dollar up to $66.
And then the UWF flag.
I mean, that's taking money away. I mean, maybe you could sleep in it.
Then the Haibasu.
Oh, there, the Hayabusa. That's nice. That was nice. Yeah. I think you've. Yeah.
Kevin Nash sticker.
Yeah, I think it's worth it. This one. It's got it's got over the line, but it's.
One was not.
Yeah, but it's a real gamble in it because, like, I feel like it definitely got there, but it didn't. It didn't blow it away.
Yeah.
But you have definitely got your money back for that.
Oh. I think we did a good job.
Yeah. Well done, everyone. Well done. Okay. Right. What have we got coming up?
All right. Thanks everyone for watching. Have a
Oh,
good
what's happening?
time and bye for now.
Why? What's happening?
No, I just wanted to be funny.
Oh, I'm knackered. Absolutely knackered after dancing.
So Edward says, T, can you ask Daze if he got my video?
No, Daze didn't. Oh my god, my green screen's falling down. I know that much.
Also, what are your thoughts on Becky Lynch?
Good.
Yeah, you think she's a good wrestler?
I think she's good.
What do you think of what's her name? The NXT person.
Tiffany.
Shawn Michaels.
God, that's that is tonight, isn't it? That is tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Miguel really wants this picture. Miguel in the chat is trying to be like, where can I Google this? Where can I find this picture?
Yeah, of course he does. Every red-blooded male wants that picture.
Who is he with?
3 lovely ladies.
Do you know?
No, I don't actually.
Huh.
Huh. Right, I am downloading Edward's. Has it done it? Edward, is it only 6 seconds long? Sounds about right. That was cool.
I found it.
You found Edward's thing?
No, I found the picture of Kevin Nash. I don't know who that woman is. Sorry, everyone.
Is that it, Edward? Hang on. I've got a thing here, and it goes, announcement coming soon. That was it. Did I miss the announcement?
Oh, William has a really good question.
Go on.
What kind of porn do you like?
Do you know what? Right. I'm not going to answer that, but I feel like Jey Uso. Jey Uso recently has been coming down to the ring, right? And he's been doing this with the fans. And the fans have all been like doing it back. And then honestly, it takes him about 10 minutes to go, welcome to Raw. Because he's all out of puff. I feel like that. He must have been listening to some HOCO.
Mm-hmm.
Must have been, he wore himself out.
You got their shirt too.
He's got Baba.
You got their shirt.
Oh, HOCO shirt.
Yeah, don't go blind.
I didn't know what you was on about then. I didn't know what Right, so apparently Edward has an announcement coming soon. What are my thoughts on Becky versus Tiffany?
Tiffany.
Yeah, I'm thinking Becky wins it tonight, you know.
Yeah, I think she is too.
You think Becky wins tonight?
That's what Dave Meltzer says, so obviously I think the same.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, he really knows everything that's happening in the world of wrestling.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm leaning towards Becky. I am gonna need to go a little bit earlier to get to that stream actually, because it is a big NXT tonight. It's a big NXT. Shall we jump into people's comments and see what's being said out in the wider world? We've touched on Nia. We've touched on LA Knight. We've had a good dance. We've looked at stash pages.
I have an update on CM Punk.
Oh, well, you had a word.
So remember last week I watched one of his movies?
Yes.
I said I'd watch another one.
Jizz House.
Yes.
Yeah.
This time, though, I didn't watch another one. So it's going to have to be next week.
That's the update.
But I did read 2 issues of his comic book that he wrote after leaving WWE.
Yeah, wasn't he doing Marvel?
Yeah, he wrote 11 issues of Marvel's Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay. Was that any good?
Honestly, not that bad.
Okay.
But I'm 2 issues in. It's a little weird. It's kind of like I'm so random, lol, XD, but it's not terrible. So this could be a possible future career for him.
I think Jim Gore likes comics.
Jim Gore, is he in the chat?
I believe he was. So I don't know if Jim has any experience of the Drax series.
Jim Gore, are you still there?
Oh, he'll be on his way back. Don't worry about that. That's like catnip to Jim Gore, that is.
And William too, yeah.
And William. You know that William watches this whilst he's driving. He's now swerved off the road. He's got into some foliage.
One hand is
I don't want to know.
Subway sandwich.
Yeah.
One way is driving.
Yeah.
And
then he's
the
got
third hand is
right now. His truck is over on the side. The wheels are like spinning rounds, and he is just giggling to himself as he's looking at that picture. Yep. That's what William Hetz is doing.
He keeps rewinding so that he can look at this too.
So we can. What's it called? Stash pages.
Hang on. You want me to break the internet?
Yeah, break the internet.
Okay, here we go.
Stash pages. Little look, shall we? Is it one word? Stash pages.
Stash pages.
Yeah, one word.
.co, I think.
I found it.
No, .us.
Get over it. We have got
CM Punk.
We've got some nice stuff, haven't they?
A lot of CM Punk.
A lot of CM Punk. Let's go. Bang. Here's stash pages. Probably shouldn't be promoting them, but get over it. So they've got some CM. Yeah, a lot of CM Punk. ECW stuff. I like those Punk shorts. The Chicago ones. Oh, the Sting ones. And oh my God. Look at that WCW Saturday night sign. That's nice, isn't it?
I don't see what you're seeing.
Well, go on stash pages.
Yeah, I'm on stash pages.
Right, well, you see the bit where it says WCW Saturday night? That one? No. How else? No. It's like, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows down.
We're seeing different things.
How? Well, we seeing different things.
I don't know.
I don't know.
So it's a WCW sign?
Yeah.
Sold out.
We've got some Mick Foley stuff. Who's this woman? Did I know this woman? Stash pages, Piper. Who are you? The guy on your t-shirt is looking at me funny. This lady? Yeah.
Is where on the real stash pages or like a fake one?
Don't know. Don't know. Genuinely, I don't know.
Okay.
What else we got? We got no, I'm on the real one. We got Sabu signed stuff. We got some Acclaimed bits and bobs. I gotta say, there's not really anything massively grabbing me. Like, I can't see anything as great as that Melina shirt that you got.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think you won. To be honest, mate. I think you got the best. You got the best item they have. Well done. Right. Well, look, I need to shoot because I need to go and do NXT.
Oh, you do? Do you think Becky Lynch is getting the big dub?
Yes, I do.
And why is that?
I think that they're trying to find ways of boosting NXT. And there was a report that they are looking at traditional and digital platforms for the TV programming for WWE.
Oh, yeah. Like I heard Amazon's a name being thrown around, which is really weird.
Yeah, that would be weird. How many people watch wrestling because they watched the show before? Or they're watching TV and they can just change the channel? Like, how many people are specifically going to go to Amazon to watch that show live? You have to go out of your way to get to wrestling if you go onto one of those platforms. And I think that's a concern.
Mm-hmm.
I really think that's a concern.
Yeah, because I remember when, what was it? The Mixed Match Challenge?
Oh, God.
Was on Facebook and
died. No one watched it. I didn't even know where to find it. Facebook Watch. I still don't know if it even
does it even exist.
I don't know. I couldn't watch it because I didn't know where I was going. I remember going to Facebook and there was nothing obvious around, like watch, click here, or wrestling, or I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I find Facebook to not be that user friendly, to be honest. It's very databasey compared to where we should be in 2023. It still feels very 2008.
All right, so I just found it. I found the Mixed Match Challenge. No, this is a 3-minute clip.
Oh.
Can't even watch the darn show. So this is what it's going to be like on Amazon, I bet.
Well, we don't know that they're going to Amazon, but what we do know is they need NXT to feel like a big deal. So I think that Becky winning can only boost NXT. A lot of people are saying that they're fed up of like these main stars going down and beating the developmental talent. And I suppose in a way I can understand that, because the main stars have got the experience. They should be able to beat the developmental talent. It's a little bit like, you know, in soccer, having Messi go down to play the under-15s or something, you know? So I can certainly understand that, but I get why we're doing it right now. And also for someone like Tiffany Stratton, she was on Raw. She got to like do a little segment on Raw. I mean, that's great for her. So she wouldn't have done that if she wasn't in a feud with Becky. So I think there's pros and cons to it, but I think it makes a lot of sense at the moment. So yeah, I'm with big time. I think tonight on NXT we go big time.
Yeah,
right.
We're seeing a title change.
Anything that you want to say before we shoot off?
No, I think that's really cool that you're getting the segue to have everyone move to the other channel. So
yeah, that is nice. That is nice. Guys, if you are watching NXT this week, why not jump over to the Wrestling Daze channel? We'll be live with that watch along very, very shortly. Thank you. Right. Thanks a lot for joining us. Appreciate the support as always. And we'll see you again next time. Bye for now.